Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It's time for another installment of
News of the Square.
Hey, crazy news that you can take and remind everyone that we're doomed. But you know what? Let's have fun.
Yeah. Wacky news that you can use.
That's right. And with us this week is our guest, Scott.
Howdy.
Wait, I can't do that. I don't
Scott.
need to do that anymore. I don't even need to do it. He's here.
Yeah, we don't have to shout out. We could, but...
Shout out to... Wait, no, shout out to Ivan.
Ivan!
There we go.
You gotta do like the Alvin and Chipmunks.
Ivan! Yeah.
Okay. All right, so, okay, Scott, why don't you kick us off with our first story this week?
You know what's funny? It's not okay. It's, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
It's all good.
It's all good.
All right, this comes from Q1043. A married police officer has filed a lawsuit against a dating website after they used his photograph to create advertisements without his permission. David Guzman accuses uniformdating.com of scraping his photo from Facebook. So, okay, this guy's suing, which, okay, no big deal. But he told his wife that he told his wife when she asked why his picture, when did he start an account, and he said he didn't start an account when the website he's suing has proof that he opened an account.
That plot thickens.
Good.
So we have the moron factor in here. Not quite Florida man, but close enough.
Well, yeah, no, that's... here's the thought. When you tell the wife they hate your picture, and you go, well, why would they have it? I don't know. Here's a good idea. Delete the account first.
Mm-hmm.
Not that would help, because they'd still have record at some point that you had one. But
here's an idea. If you're with your wife, don't open an account.
well, there's that. There's that.
How about that one?
What was that one website that Ashley Madison? That was the one.
Yes.
Like the big. It was notorious for cheaters, men who want to cheat on their wives,
and a lot of big names.
All that information got put out there, man.
Including mine.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Hey!
Including mine.
Wow.
I was drunk that night. I didn't even have a girlfriend at the time. I'm like, hey, if they're looking for people, sure, why not? It's funny. I've never done anything. I never paid for anything. It was like one of those where you sign up and then you forget all about it.
Yeah, it was like $60 a month or something like that.
Right, and you're like, forget it. No way, I'm never signing up for this.
Yeah, because I've done, I did my homework. I did, on dating apps, and that one was one of the higher end ones.
Yeah, right. And it's like, forget it. No way. And it was funny when that happened. I actually had to be like, wow, they might have my information. She's like, what?
So.
I'm like, well, and I'm like, and the only good news is like, all they would have had is my name, my email address, some basic information.
Oh, you didn't even post a picture? Okay.
No,
well,
no,
there you go.
no.
I know. All right.
No.
That kind of brings me back to the days before the internet when you had the party lines.
Oh, yeah.
The telephone lines, yeah. The 800 numbers you'd see after 10 p.m. on the cable channels.
Mm-hmm.
Those numbers are still there sometimes.
And now you've got caller ID, and your cell phone bill can tell you every number you dialed. And
like there's times where it's like you're sitting there at 3 a.m. you're watching a movie. Hi, are you feeling lonely? Well,
yeah, it's 3 a.m. and I'm watching TV. What do you think, honey?
Yeah. And I'm tired of these Popeil knife ads. Yeah, okay, well.
Help me, Mr. Popeil.
Yeah. How many more knives are you going to give me?
And now how much would you pay?
And now Home Shopping Network also took off the damn knife show, so there's nothing to watch.
Oh, no, that one's still on somewhere. It's
is it?
Somewhere.
But not with the same guy.
Oh, no, I think they still rerun that. Well, maybe they've updated it. All I know is at one point they were running that thing all the time. It's like, I'm like, we're missing the melon ball slicer or whatever the hell it is.
Right. You can cut a tin can with it.
Yeah. And then you can cut a tin can with it and then you can cut this. You can cut this tomato. Why would I want to cut the tomato after I cut the tin can? I might get tetanus that way.
Yeah.
It's just a thought.
I'm gonna need a shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Next
get
story.
What you got, Joe?
Okay, I got this. New Mexico man charged with a felony after cat tests positive for meth.
Okay. Meth squirrel was funny. Meth cat, that dude can eat a dick.
I don't know. Meth cat could be amusing. Let's find out a little bit more. Hey, he's from New Mexico, which makes sense because there's not much to do in New Mexico. The Curtis, New Mexico man has been charged with a felony after his cat tested positive for methamphetamine. Police officers responded to the home of 39-year-old Aaron Spalding on June 3rd. Spalding! For reports, he battered his girlfriend and held her against her will. The officers learned an argument turned physical, and Spalding allegedly punched his girlfriend multiple times and took away her cell phone. Okay, where's the cat in this? During the course of the investigation here, police learned Spalding may have neglected his two pets, a dog and a cat, of using the cat. Oh, wait, okay. Strangling the cat and forcing the cat to eat. But okay, this is no.
Yeah, this dude can.
Yeah, no.
Burn in hell.
That wasn't nearly as funny as I thought it would be. Let's skip to this one because I know it's got to be funny.
Oh, okay.
This one kind of made some headlines. It's been around. Hey, we got Knots on Sports. Knots on Sports. And I'm positive we're going to spend a lot of time on this one. So I think you guys have all seen that there was a recent article about Mike Tyson. Have you heard about this?
Yes, I'm familiar with the article about Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Mike Tyson estimates he's spending $40,000 a month on marijuana.
Yep, I saw that.
40,000. Speaking on his Boxing podcast, he discussed his personal intake at Ranch Tyson, a 40-acre ranch in California City, California, currently in development, which will soon evolve into a resort destination for growers and consumers of marijuana. What do we do a month? What do we smoke a month? Tyson asked. About 40,000. We smoke about 10 tons of weed at the ranch a month, said his business partner.
Damn.
40 grand, ain't that crazy? Ain't that shit right? We take it for granted.
That's some good shit.
Holy crap. 40,000.
Must be hanging around with Snoop and Tommy Chong.
The funny part is, I saw a comment. So Snoop reposted this article, and Snoop's reaction is, damn.
Yeah, if you can get a wow emoji from Snoop Dogg about the amount of pot you smoke.
He was in shock. I mean, he was like totally in shock for this. Oh my god. I mean, let's put this in perspective. 10? Did he say 10 tons? 10 tons of weed a month. How are they even alive? How could you even do a podcast? That's got to be the greatest podcast on the planet. Because it's like a feat.
You mean second best podcast on the planet?
Okay. Well, okay. Third best podcast on the planet.
At that point, it'd be more like the podcast starts out, dude.
Yeah.
Followed by the next 2 hours of the sounds of silence.
Here's the question.
This is a good pot. This is a podcast about my smoking pot.
I bet it is.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of pot there, Iron Mike. Just don't eat anyone's ear.
Hey, Mike, how much are you spending on snacks a month?
About 100, 200.
You got to figure 4-to-1 ratio, right?
Racks, yeah, exactly. Snack, yeah.
4-to-1 ratio? Talking about
how many bags of chips he goes through after all that?
Seriously. Wow, the world champion! I need to eat. So, well.
I hope they don't have a White Castle around there.
Oh my God, they probably have one. I guess he's going to open a dispensary as part of it too. They're noted they're bringing in $400,000 to $500,000 a month each from the dispensary before being asked about his plans about his weed-themed resort. So he's opening a weed. Okay, so on top of it, he's opening a weed-themed resort, 420 acres. Here's the quote from.
Of course, the 420 acres. See what he did there?
Oh yeah, wow! I didn't even see that. Duh. We're gonna make. Wait, here's the quote. We're gonna make this an oasis in the fucking desert, man. We're gonna have golfing shit there. Cannabis friendly, my friend. 1 acre long lazy river, wave pools you can fucking surf. You can surf up there. We're going to have like 100 chateaus where you can bring your broad, you can bring your family, you can lay out. You won't even know you're in California. You'll think you're in the Bahamas somewhere. If you're smoking 10 tons of pot, you're not going to remember where.
Okay, so Mike Tyson's having delusions of grandeur while he's smoking the $40,000 worth of pot monthly.
If I'm Snoop, I should be worried that Mike Tyson is going to take over my reputation as being the pot king. I mean, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I could see him, instead of putting candies on the pillow, put dime bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Seriously. No, I mean, how much? For that kind of money, you could. The money that they're bringing in, they probably have a built-in Taco Bell or a White Castle in the freaking place.
Can you get a face tattoo sticker, like at the gift shop?
Why?
To look like Mike Tyson?
Oh, yeah, you get to. Oh, yeah. Oh, forget the sticker. You could have, you have two. You have the non-permanent tribal tattoo.
Right.
And the permanent tribal tattoo that you get to put on your face. Yeah, no,
after he did that, all I can think of is just, Chicote.
Yeah.
Or I'm just still floored. How does he walk?
With $40,000 a month in his system?
Yeah. How does he even survive? I mean, Mike has to be the most chill man on the planet now.
You shouldn't have to worry about him punching you now.
Right, so. And you don't joke. I mean, actually, no, now you really need to worry about it. He's like, dude, and he punches you, like, oops.
Yeah, but there'd be no power behind it. Dude.
Yeah,
tap.
But he's still Tyson.
Yeah, he's still Mike Tyson. I'm sure he can.
Some power.
I'm sure he can knock Hal my teeth out. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, there's a part of me where it's like, how does he walk? How does he even survive? Now the only thing I can think of is it's him and his podcast partner. Maybe it's not just the two of them. Maybe they have other people, and they're all.
They have to. You can't do that amount. You would. First of all, you would never have air in your lungs, and you would die. Period. With that amount.
I don't know. We should ask Mike. Mike, what do you think, Judge? Do you think you'd die?
Of course not. I have a very strong constitution, and once my dispensary is fully armed and operational, then it's going to be a sweet ride all the way. Don't worry about me.
Iron Mike, iron lugs, right, Mike?
That's right.
That's right.
I could see the fountain in the middle of the lobby being a giant bong with smoke coming out of it.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking maybe Mike might have an old picture of Robin Givens all sexed up.
Oh!
Maybe he makes that into a fountain.
Yeah.
That bitch needs to pay.
That's right. That's vengeance is a best dish served cold with weed.
With weed and a lot of burgers.
That's right.
A lot of burgers and a lot of chips. And where's the Mountain Dew? Okay. Who's got the next thing?
I got the next one. Raccoon burglar gets stuck in a high school vending machine. Florida. Yes, it's in Florida.
Of course it's in Florida.
Not the Florida man, not the Florida woman, Florida raccoon.
Oh, God.
Caught in inside a Pine Ridge High School vending machine.
Oh, my
And police were called to free the little bandit. Volusia County Sheriff's offices posted pictures of the culprit on their Facebook page and wrote, "This gentleman was apprehended today while committing a burglary of a vending machine." So that's about it. And there's a video of it. It's on NBC, ABC7NY.com.
Oh, it's on our Squares page. We have that one on our Squares page.
That is on the Squares Roundtable Facebook page as well.
That is on the Squares Roundtable Facebook page.
Little throwback.
How we got in there?
Probably crawled through where you pull the candy out. You know, he's small enough where he could flatten himself, and that door would close and crawl right up.
I call bullshit that he's small enough.
No, raccoons can flatten themselves out real good.
Those things are fat as hell. There's no way that.
Well, this one is somewhat medium-sized.
Well, maybe because it's Florida and they're smaller. But like around here, those things can't fit in there. No way in hell.
At least a baby alligator didn't get in there.
Oh man.
A little throwback. Maybe the coon was eating some pot-laced shit and had the munchies.
No,
That's right.
really,
He must have gotten
seriously.
in touch with some of my dispensary products.
I couldn't wait. I didn't have any money.
Just don't call him a raccoon.
Don't call him a raccoon. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Trash panda.
Trash panda. Absolutely.
That's right. Okay, so Scott, what story can you bless us with next?
Okay, this one's from ABC7 New York. As you know, I'm from New York. Portclaw, Wales. One Welsh town is reportedly replacing its public toilets with new ones designed to stop people from having inappropriate relationships in bathrooms. You may wonder how the answer seems to be through shame and humiliation. When the new toilets in Portclaw detect inappropriate behavior, they will sound an alarm, spray cold water, and automatically open the doors.
Wow.
Wow.
These public bathrooms also have weight sensors that can determine if more than one person has entered.
Right. If you're riding Cowgirl,
Wait.
then
Hold
it's
on
going to
a
know.
minute. What happens if you have a kid?
Well,
Got in a bathroom.
that's sort of the next line. Some residents are convinced it's the best idea and wonder what would happen to those who are overweight or parents who take their children into the bathrooms.
Ah.
Right. If there's a weight sensor, what's the maximum weight? I mean, you can get a 90-pound woman on your lap.
Easy.
And then that's like a 300-pound person can set it off.
Well, yeah, here's the more amusing part. So what you're telling me is I'd set this thing off in a heartbeat.
Probably.
Okay.
Wow. If that's all it is just like a weight sensor on the toilet seat, then that's no good, man.
Well, forget that. I mean, do you have better things to do than worry about people having sex in a toilet?
Yeah.
I guess not in Wales.
Wow.
And they show a picture of the seat, and it's sort of like you see the
They
silver
have like
toilet
blinking
rim.
lights and wires sticking out of it.
No, but it's sort of hovering in midair over the rib area.
And if you set off the weight sensor, instant bidet. Whoa!
Wow.
And not just a weight sensor, I'm sure it has some sort of motion sensor on there too, where if it detects like an up-down constant motion, it will do it. You'll get sprayed with cold water.
Wow.
So what you're telling me is if I need an enema, there we go. I don't have to pay for that no more.
Just go to any European country and just sit right on the toilet and hit the bidet. They'll give you one.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, honestly, this is perfect for Mike Tyson. Because really, in reality, it's like, I don't even know if I have hands anymore to, like, wipe my butt. How am I going to... Oh, there, okay. Now it's clean. That's clean. All good. Oh, okay. What do I got? Okay, so apparently Britney Spears' finances were revealed in her conservatorship case. You know, poor Britney. She's always got all these problems. Here's the thing. Here's the reason why it's in the news of the squared. Apparently, it revealed that Britney has a real favorite place that she likes to go, and it's not Rodeo Drive. According to this, the 37-year-old singer visited
God, she's
Target.
37.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? She visited her favorite place to go, Target. How many times do you think she went in 2018?
2018, she made how many trips to Target? I'm gonna say 50, like once a week.
50. What do you got, Scott?
That's what I was going to guess. So yeah, around maybe 60.
60. You are both too low. Try 80.
80 trips to Target. That's like almost 2 a week.
Yep. The documents which were filed in connection with her conservative case, she spent $66,000 on household supplies the last calendar year. The expenses were as a result of those Target trips, as well as purchases at Home Depot, Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond, 7-Eleven, and Amazon.
7-Eleven.
Could you imagine that? You're working at like some ungodly hour, and freaking Britney Spears walks in wanting a Slurpee.
Or you're at Home Depot and Britney Spears walks in looking for a 2x4.
Yeah, seriously. I mean...
Oops, I built it again.
I mean, that's just like... You know, I mean, that's the part... That's the reason I put this in here, is it's like... I mean, imagine you were like hopped up on Mike Tyson weed, and all of a sudden she walked in, and you're like, damn, what the hell? Britney Spears? Yeah, that's just... I was like, okay, wow. That's crazy. I mean, it's just nuts. But yeah, 80
that's a lot. Wow, that's a lot of trips to the Target.
A lot of trips.
A lot of Target runs.
80. But it's the thing. It's like, here's a woman who she could go and buy anything, and go anywhere to get the stuff. Target.
I like
crazy.
shopping there.
I didn't say that. I'm saying if you had Britney Spears money, would you be shopping at Target?
Well, you'd get people, obviously, to do it for you.
Right. Well, maybe that's the thing, too. It could be people.
Yeah,
according to this...
Can't always be her coming to Target twice a week. Then you're going to have people showing up.
Although, it could be her. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I guess maybe like a ball cap, and a jacket, I guess,
Well, a lot of the rich, they're like that. They'll buy the generic instead of the brand name. They'll eat off paper plates. So that something like that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I want to see a Whitney. See, Britney is missing out. A Britney Spears Facebook Live of her walking through Walmart would be awesome. I mean, that would be great. I think that'd be hysterically funny. Or Bed Bath & Beyond or something like that. Yeah, I don't know if Mike goes. Mike probably doesn't go. But yeah, 80 times. Wow.
Well, I don't have a Target in my hometown anymore. Otherwise,
do you not?
No, they closed the one and they put in a Big R, which is like a Farm and Fleet kind of place.
What's that Big R?
It's like pretty much like ammo and sporting goods.
Oh, great.
And like birdseed, I guess. And like hunting clothes, like stuff like that,
Michael show up for birdseed.
For prepping. No, I get birdseed at my hardware store, man. I'm loyal when I don't go to other retailers to buy their leading brand, man. I do my own. Anyway.
Mike has his own special concoction.
That's right.
For the discount.
I have a special mix here for my birds.
I bet your birds, Mike,
the
not Mike
dispensary.
Tyson, but I bet he does.
The next story out of West Palm Beach. Florida homeowner flees to New York after vultures invade home and damages property. Summertime is perfect for enjoying the pool. That's especially true for homeowners lucky enough to have one on their property. But for a West Palm Beach family, they've been held hostage by a flock of uninvited guests. It's a disaster. It's a laughable disaster. You can't make this up. That's why it's laughable, says homeowner Anthony Casimano. His backyard and pool have been overrun by vultures. They ripped all the screens out, they threw up, they pooped all over the place, they ripped out a pool fence down that you can see around the pool. He says that the first time he spent $3,000 repairing everything and then got an alert from his phone that his security system. There's motion in the yard, so I check it out and there must have been 100 of them there.
Holy moly.
He lives in the Ibis community in West Palm Beach. He said the vultures have forced him and his family to leave their home and go to New York.
Wow.
Says, I have a 2-year-old daughter that I can't bring down there while the situation's happening. They'll probably attack her. And it's not just the Casimanos. Their neighbors are having the same problem. The resident of the Ibis Property Owners Association says they're doing everything they can to keep the vultures away. He said the problem is one homeowner keeps feeding the vultures.
Of course.
See, when you're birdseed, you gotta, Holness says they've given her a citation and a fine, even delivered a legal cease and desist letter, but nothing has worked yet. And Casimano has tried to do things himself. He's placed balloons around the area and played music all day long, anything to keep the vultures away. Some days it works, others it doesn't. He says, quote, we have to get the situation taken care of before we can come back down there. I'm not going to come down there and walk into a mess, he said.
Oh, no. Hey. And it's funny. And by the way, that story's on the Squares page, too.
Yeah.
That's another story that's on the Squares page, so you can check that out. But, yeah, wow.
Yeah, but birds, I mean, something that big with that many of them, Holy Hitchcock, Batman. I mean...
Well, I told you about that time. I mean, those are real vultures, but I told you about that time I was in North Carolina, and I'm like, those are big-ass crows. And they were like, oh, yeah, those are, I can't remember what they were. I don't think they were vultures. They were something like that. Buzzards. They were buzzards. And then they were like...
Vultures, buzzards, pretty much the same thing.
Well, wait, but that's what I mean. There were like dozens of them. I mean, and they're sitting there in the trees, and I'm like, and when I say dozens, I'm like seeing like 12, 13, 14, 15. And I'm like, whoa, holy cow.
They can be kind of ominous. That's scary.
Yeah. Oh,
they're big birds.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and even so, I mean, like back in the day when my parents had a pool, okay, ducks loved the pool, okay?
Yeah, we used to have a problem back in the 90s growing up.
Yeah.
We had a pool in our backyard, and sometimes we'd have to shoo the ducks away.
And that could be problematic because sometimes they get ornery. God forbid you get geese. Geese are the worst.
Yeah.
Geese are the worst. Those guys, I mean, we had to put like a big, huge, like blow-up whale in the pool. That usually kept them away, but if we didn't have that, they'd swim all over the pool. They'd poop all over it.
And there's a reason why they coined the phrase "you shit like a goose," because they make
honestly,
a big mess.
If I was those people, seriously, I'd sue. I'd sue that lady if she's
for
doing
feeding
that,
the vultures. Yeah,
absolutely. And to take it a step further, if they're possibly going to harm my kids, at that point, it's. I mean, I hate this. Look, humans over animals. Sorry.
Yeah, true.
It's time for a pelt gun or a BB gun or something.
That's right.
Or bring in some people. But
all I can say honestly, is when there's that many and you feel threatened by your family.
Yeah.
You know, and to say nothing of the thousands of dollars of damage caused.
Yeah.
It's time to call Ted Nugent.
Well, you see, they're going about it all wrong. They say they're playing music. That's the wrong thing to do. They should be blasting Yoko Ono.
Not real music.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
That would scare them away.
Well, I was thinking Justin Bieber, but that's just me. But yeah, honestly, if a neighbor was feeding them like that and they're coming down like that and there's nothing you can do, I would start thinking about, okay, I need to hire somebody, or the association needs to hire somebody to deal with the problem. Like when they brought in like Alligator Bob, maybe there's Vulture Vic. I don't know. There's Vulture Vic.
Yeah, Vulture Vic. Yeah.
Or
that sounds like a man who lives in Florida.
Yeah, seriously. You know what they really need to do? They need to borrow the 10 tons of marijuana from Mike and leave it out there for the vultures. That'll take care of the problem.
Well, then they'd get so stoned they can't fly, and then you can just chop their heads off nice and quietly.
Right. You can do like a Zombieland thing and just chop all
just
off.
to get a machete and off you go.
Yeah.
Speaking off we go. Scott, what do you have up next?
All right, this one's out of Crestview, Florida.
Oh, nice. Florida story.
Florida story.
Florida man, another one. Authorities say a Florida man used a front-end loader to dump a large bucket full of dirt on a car with his girlfriend inside.
Oh.
The Okaloosa Sheriff's Department says 20-year-old Hunter Mills was charged with felony criminal mischief. The sheriff says Mills invited his girlfriend with him to a dirt pit to talk in Crestview. Officials say...
That's your first clue.
And it's where he worked, so...
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, maybe not. Okay, now maybe not so obvious.
Right.
But when you first explained it, I'm like...
We're just going to meet at this abandoned dirt pit.
Right.
Nothing suspicious about that, my dear.
Yeah, we didn't need that little...
Nothing suspicious about that at all.
And not that I'm saying my dear in a crazy, creepy way.
Yeah, we didn't need that little piece of information. Anyways, officials say the girlfriend arrived in a white sedan owned by someone else.
Huh.
And after he asked her a question, he used a front-end loader to dump a mound of dirt atop the car. She wasn't hurt, but officials posted a photograph on social media showing dirt piled on top of the car and spilling across the driver's seat and elsewhere.
Was the window open? Is that how the dirt got in there?
Yeah, that's what the picture looks like.
So I'm picturing Margot Kidder at the end of first Superman.
Maybe.
She's like, help, dirt.
I've heard it. I've heard of dumping a girl, but that's ridiculous.
Oh, in Soviet Russia, girl dumps you.
Should have taken her Diggerland.
That's right. That would have got her out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you take the one thing and you pound on it. And, no.
A little addition to Diggerland, not to change subject real quick. I put it up. I'm not seeing it on where I sent you guys the link, but I found a web page for a company that lets you crush cars with a full-size tank.
Nice.
Oh!
Oh, it's on the. Sorry, it's in the message boards. It's IncredibleAdventures.com.
How much?
Drive a tank, crush a car. You know what to do. It's in Florida.
Oh,
yeah,
it is.
That was my comment. Florida man, tank. Uh-oh.
How much for me to take it out of I-95 during rush
Popular
hour?
adventure options. Drive hatch open and crush a car. Includes video and one guest. $1,200. Silence from Jeff. Basic tank driving.
Really
Here's just basic tank driving with the video and one guest is $510.
Wait, what's basic? Oh, basic just driving
basic
around.
Package here.
So here's the real trick. The real trick is if I go with somebody who knows how to drive a tank, then we go turbo.
I'm sure they'd give you like a basic.
No, you're missing the point. If I go with somebody who knows how to drive a tank, and then we go, oh yeah, sure, and then he drives off and he heads towards the highway.
I was going to say, what's to stop somebody from doing that? Unless they have a remote kill switch.
Well, the obvious answer is most people don't know how to drive a tank. But if you had somebody who did...
You end up as a story on News of the Squares.
Oh, absolutely.
Squared, sorry.
Not only when you end up as a story on News of the Squared, you're probably going to jail.
Yeah. Basic tank driving starts at like $375.
Okay. See, the thing when I think of stuff like this, and Scott will get a kick out of this because he's an ex-radio guy. I don't know if Michael remembers stories like this. There used to be stories about, was it out of Cincinnati or Cleveland, that radio station, the Power Pig. Do you remember hearing stories about this, Scott?
No, I don't.
Where they would take two cars in the middle of rush hour. One would say Power, one would say Pig, and they'd run them from opposite directions and wreck them in the middle of the freeway on purpose.
Jesus.
Create a big, huge traffic jam, and everybody in the city is like filming it, and there's their name and logo on their plate sitting in the middle of the highway.
Wow.
Free publicity.
Well, any publicity is free publicity.
Well, and that's what the thought process was. That's like the infamous. Hold on, let me see if I can find
a good one, or any free is.
Hold on.
That's like the infamous WKRP turkey drop, only better.
Hold on.
So I remember growing up, there used to always be stories of tanks being stolen and crushing cars down in like Los Angeles and stuff.
Well, that makes sense.
Los Angeles is notorious for traffic. I mean, like, their public transportation system is becoming more and more decrepit, so more people driving. So there's more people on the roads, which means more traffic.
I am wrong. It was not Cincinnati.
Where was it?
It is in Tampa.
Oh, Florida.
It was Florida. And the reason why, and if I'm looking at this right, hold on. I'm trying to find the actual. Sorry, give me a second, guys. You guys can keep going. I'll see if I can find this thing.
Okay. You find this, I'll go to the next one here. Mm-hmm. Nassau police, fake cop busted after pulling over real detectives. Of course, this is out of New York. This is 1010. Where's this at? The story from 1010winsradio.com. Nassau police, police on Long Island say they've arrested a fake cop who tried to pull over real detectives. Nassau County police say Valerie. It's Valley, E-R-Y. So it's Valerie? Doesn't matter. He sounded a horn and flashed emergency lights on Friday morning as he attempted to pull over a van in Hicksville and Long Island. The unmarked van turned out to be occupied by detectives from the department's electronics squad. Police say that one of the detectives identified themselves and approached his vehicle. 25-year-old Portlock swerved his Nissan Sentra into oncoming traffic and sped into Long Island Expressway.
Oh.
Police say highway patrol officers eventually pulled him over and arrested him without incident. He is in custody pending arraignment Saturday on charges including criminal impersonation and reckless endangerment. Court records do not list a lawyer who could comment on his behalf yet at this time. So,
let me tell you something about the Nassau County Police. They don't mess around. I'm in that area a lot. They do not mess around. If you have a taillight out, you know they're going to pull you over and give you a ticket.
Oh. Okay, must be
so
on like a...
This guy made a very, very, very stupid big mistake.
Wow, I can't believe it's still like... It was just like a Nissan Sentra. It wasn't even like a... He flashed his lights, and then did he have like maybe one of those sirens? You like a Starsky and Hutch, kind of like a single red one, maybe on his roof, maybe?
Well, I've seen quite a few cases around here where people put in grill lights, red grill lights.
Right,
and you mostly see that for like the Jewish ambulance service technicians and things, but private people do it too. And I've seen it on more than one occasion, and they do try to act like cops, and a lot of times just to rob people.
Right.
So it's not cool.
No, absolutely not. So do those do. So karma's a bitch. All right, Jeff, you find that?
I'm not finding it, but apparently it was in Tampa, and apparently that was the station that Bubba Love Sponge was on. But it's funny. I bet Ivan would know it off the top of his head. But it was Power Pig. Yeah, they did crazy stuff like that. The story I got, ironically, is technically an Ohio story. And the reason I'm doing it is because this is really, how do I put this? This is just dumb. So I'm not even going to give it them this, which is going to make certain people mad. Ohio State is seeking a trademark on the word "the."
What?
And the reason they're seeking a trademark on the word "the" is because they wish themselves, and I've known this for a fact, but this is the reason I didn't do it just now, is they insist that if you know somebody who is from Ohio, who's been to Ohio State University, they insist that it's the Ohio State University. Well, apparently, now the university is trying to trademark the word and patent the word "the."
Okay.
In conjunction with the university name on items marketed for sale. And they're looking to protect their brand and their trademarks. And I'm sitting there and I'm kind of like...
How do you monetize the word "the"?
Apparently, that's what I'm talking about. And it's funny because, those Ohio State fans are arrogant as it is. This is just the next step to arrogance. It's the word "the." You don't get to trademark the word "the." You mean to tell me if I have to write down the Ohio State University, I have to pay, if I have to print it on something else, I have to pay you for the right? No. Ohio State University, okay, fine, you get a trademark. The Ohio State University, no. You've been smoking 10 tons of Mike Tyson's weed. You're not having that happen.
After you get a bit of money from my dispensary, then maybe you can trademark bitch. Because that's what you want for trying to trademark "the."
Yeah.
You're just a bitch.
Yeah. That's what we need a tank for. That's what we really need the tank for. It's like to crash into Ohio, to Buckeye Stadium and be like, yeah, we're taking back the word
trademark
"the."
this.
Yeah, we're taking back the word "the."
And that has big implications on the music world with the group The.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I didn't even know they existed. That's funny.
I'm sure they would take umbrage with that request.
Yeah.
That's how we make the money off the word "the."
Hey, man, that's our bread and butter, man.
Yeah, that's the bread and butter. Don't you forget it.
Oh, yes.
What else we got?
Scott, what do you got next?
Glendale, Wisconsin. A Wisconsin family was surprised to find a live frog inside of a container of green salad they had purchased at the grocery store. Carly Allen was making dinner with her family when her brother noticed a frog inside a package of Simple Truth organic greens purchased from Pick and Save stores.
Pick and Save. Yep, they used to get Pick and Saves over there.
I'm across the room and I hear a shriek and a thud, Allen told WTMJ. And my brother,
fresh.
Yeah, right. My brother looks at my mom and goes, "Mom, why is there a frog in the salad?"
Oh.
Allen said she originally thought her brother was kidding, but soon pulled out her phone to record a video of the frog. I'm thinking, how did that get in there? And two, that's absolutely disgusting, she recalled. The family planned to return the lettuce with the frog inside, but the animal managed to escape overnight. They were still able to return the greens for a full refund. Simple Truth apologized to Allen on Twitter, and Roundy's, the parent company of Pick and Save, told WTMJ in a statement, "These situations happen from time to time when organic products are involved. The USDA certified..."
What?
Yeah, that's what it said.
From time to time.
Yep. These situations happen from time to time when organic products are involved. The USDA certified organic items must be free of synthetic additives and certain pesticides. Although rare, from time to time we do see insects and other small animals, such as frogs, make it through the packaging with French.
Whatever,
French
just put it in with the
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that raccoon. What the hell?
Yeah, right.
Maybe that's
frog and the raccoon in the vending machine.
Yeah,
I forgot where it was, but there was actually a story online today about some guy who worked at some grocery store chain who he was suing because he got bit by a tarantula.
Oh, good lord.
Well,
we talked about tarantulas.
You start singing Dale.
We talked about tarantulas coming to Colorado soon, like a whole stampede of them last week. But yeah, here's the scary part, Mike. You know who Roundy's? You know who Roundy's owns?
Roundy's, for those who know, that's a grocery store chain in Wisconsin.
Right. Yeah. Guess who else? What else they own?
Not sure.
They own Kroger.
Oh, Kroger. Oh, yeah, that's big up here.
And for those of us who live in the Chicago area, you better check your food because that's Mariano's.
Oh. Yeah, there's one in, I think there's in Crystal Lake, right over here.
Oh, there's lots of Mariano's around Chicago. I will now be checking for frogs.
Why are there so many songs about salads?
Yeah, really.
Why I'm in the box.
See, they're just lucky. The frog's just lucky it got away, because really there's a part of me where my reaction is, okay, so I got salad and frog legs now. Mike's probably just sitting there going, "Oh, it's still crunchy."
These frog legs ain't too bad.
Yeah.
If you got the munchies, you can eat whatever the hell you need to, but you're still going to take care of your munchies.
All you have to do is dip them in the chocolate the raccoon stole.
That's right.
Yeah, seriously. What else we got? Is it my turn or is it yours, Mike?
You go ahead, Jeff.
Me? Okay, so I'm not sure how we want to talk about this next one.
Oh, well, let's talk about it then. We'll figure it out later.
Well, I'm just going to read you the headline, and we'll figure out the rest of it from here. Man dies after taco eating contest at California baseball game.
How many tacos does he eat before he dies?
We haven't.
That would have to be my first question.
After participating in the taco eating competition at a minor league baseball game between the Fresno Grizzlies and the Memphis Redbirds, we are not ruling out cause of death yet, but we have an idea. Hosting the World Taco Eating Championship. Apparently, that was this past weekend was the World Championship. I didn't even know there was a World Championship of eating tacos. There's a World Championship. You know what it is? It's probably like the Joey Chestnut thing, where you gotta dunk it in the water and throw it down, and it's not even like a real taco.
Question is, who provided the tacos?
Or were they hard shell or soft shell tacos?
They don't. Yeah, all these are
because those crunchy tacos, those can get lodged easily.
All of those are great questions. None of which there are answers for in this story. It doesn't say. All it says is he was rushed to the hospital after he collapsed on site. It doesn't say how many he ate. It does not say how it caused death.
Obviously, he was just not eating them wrong. Maybe you shouldn't eat tacos at a high rate of speed.
Well, for all I know, it could be anything.
Yeah,
I mean, But the
the taco eating might not have been related to the death.
So we have no idea other than the fact that it sounds funny that you. Well, I mean, in fairness, if you could go, that might be a way. Would you consider it? Would you consider it?
You died as he lived, enjoying tacos.
Yes. You died.
Not if I were choking.
Okay. Fair point. The other part is apparently there was a World Taco Eating Championship. You know that had to be lame. Sure, Major League Eating. That means it's the people who dunk the crap and throw it down their throat. It's not really eating.
It's just swallowing. It's just shoving it down your maw.
Turn on the vacuum.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, so that's not well.
No.
So yeah, I mean, but think of I like I said, if there's one way to go is death by taco.
God bless America.
I'd rather death by snoo.
Yes, I agree. Death by Britney Spears would be okay with me personally, even if it is in Target.
Oops, I bought it again.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so what do you got, Mike?
I got one more here, and then that'll be all for me.
Okay.
Florida man arrested for threatening others with nunchucks and bug spray. Story out of Daytona Beach. Police say they've arrested a Florida man who is accused of threatening his neighbors. Police say they've arrested not just a man, but a Florida man. Who's been threatening his neighbors with nunchucks and bug spray before hurting his head and accidentally hitting himself with the weapon. Daytona Beach police spokesman Mesad Bendian says that 61-year-old Larry Adams complained about his neighbor's loud music coming from a car in the parking lot of their Daytona apartment complex. Police say Adams sprayed 4 of his neighbors with roach spray and swung his nunchucks in a threatening manner and then hit himself. Adams is charged with aggravated assault and battery with a deadly weapon. And Volusia County jail records don't list a lawyer for Adams at the time of this printing. Neighbor C.C. Sylvester tells the WOFL that she was surprised Adams used a bug spray since she was not a roach. So, there you have it. So, don't threaten your neighbors with nunchucks and bug spray.
Maybe she had a bug up her ass.
She was spraying her salad for toads.
See, now if he had a lighter, the bug spray might have made sense, but then it would have been far worse. And knowing his luck, it would have gone back onto him, and he'd have turned into. But he'd have exploded in something wacky or something totally Florida man.
Nunchucks and bug spray. Thank you, Florida man. You are the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, well. I played D&D. I played D&D modules where all I had left was nunchucks and bug spray.
Yeah. Well, you'd need to roll a natural 20 then to win the adventure.
No, not really. You can get creative if you're smart enough. It can happen.
All right, Scott, do you have any other stories?
I have one more.
Okay.
This one is out of Adams, Massachusetts, which is right on the Vermont, Massachusetts, and New York border. A man was arrested late Saturday night after alleged breaking and entering case that included the sabotage of a pickup truck with raw chicken. Jacob Leskew, 32, was arraigned Monday on 5 charges, including nighttime breaking and entering to commit a felony, larceny under $250, illegal possession of a stun gun, nighttime breaking and entering a vehicle to commit a felony, and malicious destruction of property less than less than $1,200, according to the court records. Police report alleges that Lesque climbed the ladder to look through the window at a woman's home late Saturday night. The victim told police when Lesque didn't like what he saw inside, he broke the window. She also reported that he stole the license plates off her friend's pickup, stole a wallet and cannabis, and poured raw chicken juice over the front seat of the friend's pickup truck and dumped the raw chicken behind the seat.
Oh, ew.
Lesque then allegedly fled the scene. Adams police, working with Massachusetts State Police, found Lesque's car parked at an American Legion parking lot on Forest Park Avenue. They thought he might be barricaded inside the building, but after a search, they kept looking in the surrounding area. The victim's friend showed up and said Lesque had returned some of the stolen items and was in the area. He was found emerging from the woods and was arrested without incident. Now, so many things wrong with the story. First of all, he was up on a ladder looking through this woman's window.
Yeah, pulling like a John Belushi from Animal House.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then,
but see, that was a funny way because it's John Belushi. But anyone else, it's not funny. That's being a freaking perv.
And here's the second part. Did he bring the raw chicken with him to do this? He had to.
Yeah, he must have had the chicken juice ready to go, in his maybe his raw chicken utility belt or something.
His backpack.
Yeah,
container of raw chicken juice and a raw chicken.
Yes.
That's a really foul story.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pull a stunt like that, it's pretty boneless.
Get the flock out of here.
Well, you know who's still gotten the flock out? I believe the emu is still on the loose, by the way.
The emu is still
Is he?
I think I'm not finding any follow-ups of late that say anything other than he's still out there.
We need to call the station. We need to find the news source and call that station and find out.
Yeah, really, seriously. We might need to have that person on.
I thought they were bringing in Emu Ed.
Oh, no, apparently not. They don't do that in North Carolina. They only do that for crazy things that happen in Chicago. Because we do dumb things like give the damn thing a name and Twitter and Facebook. And then Betty the Bull shows up. Everybody wants to take a picture. We make merchandise. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And what do we have? We have Pizza Rat.
I'm telling you. I don't understand why they let that damn thing leave the city. At least for the rest of the summer. You could have put him up at any place around the city, and everyone would have come to go see Chance the Snapper. That is the biggest mistake of all time. You brought him to Florida. Nobody's taking a trip to Florida to go see Chance the Snapper. Nobody. That's a story that's dead now.
Should have kept him in the zoo. Should have kept him here in the city.
Right.
Yeah,
well, at least for a little while.
At Lincoln Park.
At least for one summer.
Right, for the summer. Okay, then move them in the winter. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, but you could have kept them here in the summer. I mean, geez, talk about the publicity. Anyway, I have a few more left. A company will pay you $1,000. But maybe Scott, you might want to watch. Here's something to binge for you, Scott. A company will pay you $1,000 to binge watch 60 episodes of Friends.
No thanks.
That's only 3 seasons.
It's 25 hours.
$1,000 for 25 hours worth of work.
Yeah,
I mean, I could do it. Friends isn't that bad.
In honor of the 25th anniversary of Friends' debut, one lucky candidate will be tasked to watch 25 hours before September 22nd, and you work your way through the show. You'll be required to live tweet throughout the experience. Once you've completed your marathon, tweet a picture of yourself celebrating the day of September 22nd with your own friends, and we will send you a hard-earned reward. It says the perfect candidate will be organized, detailed, and have an active Twitter account. While no college degree is necessary, nor will it be a drug test. Mike is good then. It must be 18 years or older and be a U.S. citizen or permanent resident. Interested candidates can apply here. Hey, let us check what it has to do that.
Jeff's signing up.
I'm not signing up, but okay, so Frontier authorized sales agents, Frontier Communications. Oh, I am aware of Frontier. I actually sold them stuff a while back. Your task, who we're looking for. This is a job for self-proclaimed diehards and friends. Duh. The prize. Once you've completed your task, you will receive $1,000 to spend as you please. To ensure you have access to the show, FrontierBuddies.com, an authorized retailer of Frontier Communications, will sponsor a year-long Netflix subscription.
What's that about? About $100?
Oh, whoa, that's. And if you already have an account, they will send you a Visa gift card valued at a cost of a year-long subscription. Now we're talking here. You will receive a Friends Fandom Fun Pack consisting of a Friends T-shirt, a Central Perk mug, popcorn, treats, and a 12-month subscription to Netflix. I think Netflix is like, what is it, $9-10 a month?
Yes, at least $8 a month.
Wow, ha ha ha. Invite your friends to watch with you and take pictures, and we will post them to our website. How to apply? Okay, they ask for your name. No. See, the biggest problem is you need to have Okay, first of all, you need to have Twitter, which means I'd have to get Twitter. We can, you know what?
I just use the Twitter. We're on Squares the Round Table. We're on Twitter at SOTRT Podcast.
Right, I was just thinking I could use the Twitter for that. Wait, enter a link of your video submission, optional. Okay, now we start the other questions. Who is your favorite Friends character?
I couldn't even name all 6 of them, if there are 6 of them.
Here comes the essay question. Who do you think was right about the break, Rachel or Ross? Why? The answer must be a minimum of 100 words and include a 1 to 3 minute video for bonus points. This is your chance to really make us feel your passion. And then I ask us here for current Frontier. All entries must be submitted no later than 11:59 on Tuesday, September 3rd. So if you want to do this by September 3rd, we will. Okay, so they will select one applicant and notify them via email, including detailed instructions. They will officially announce the winner on Monday, the 16th. The participant will then have. Okay, so the answer is that it's not everybody. Everybody can't do it. Okay,
yeah, you got to be a diehard.
Yeah, they're gonna pick somebody.
Yeah, I can't even name the whole cast.
Oh, I can name the whole cast. That's not the problem. I have to be more of a diehard. It is just the kind of thing where if there was some other show like I don't know. I'm trying to think of a show where I'm like, oh my god, I know everything about that show. Like Suits, I'd be all good. But yeah, so if you're a real big diehard Friends fan, there you go. And Mike, if you're stoned enough, this should work out just fine. All right.
That won't even cover a day's worth of his pot.
Yeah, seriously. But I get the Netflix subscription. That's good. Lots of time.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, seriously.
I had sent you one, Jeff. You might not have seen this one. I'm trying to get it up, but I can't.
Oh, it's the bacon thing?
No, well, the bacon thing, but they also had one for tacos for like $1,000 to sit there all for 8 hours and eat tacos.
Okay, just be careful though.
Yeah, apparently I might die. I got to be careful with that.
Yes.
All right, so this one's from across the pond. This just by the name of this headline, we had to do it. Member of German. Oh, wait, hold on. Why am I hate when this happens. All right. Member of German crossbow sex cult suicide pact took knockout drops before they were willingly killed in an attempt to be reborn in a higher realm, investigators believe.
Holy shit. That's a killer headline.
I'm like, if this does not say News of the Squared, nothing.
This says Pulitzer.
Yeah, this is like 4-star, 5-star piece for us. In May, a man and woman were found with crossbow bolts through the heart. The female shooter had then turned the weapon on herself in Bavaria. 2 days later, 2 other women who belonged to the sex cult were found dead 400 miles north of Wittingen. Detectives revealed today the 2 shot by crossbows had taken a knockout narcotic similar to a date rape drug before they were willingly killed. The 2 at the separate address are believed to have poisoned themselves. Let me find out. So here's the actual article. If they poisoned
themselves, how could they have shot themselves?
I don't know. Well, maybe it was a slow-acting poison.
Yeah.
Members of the German... First of all, There's a the German crossbow sex cult suicide pact. What? That's a band, right? If it's not, it should be. That should be like a punk band. Okay. Took knockout drops before. Okay. In May, German police were left baffled. No, really? When the 3 people were found dead from crossbow wounds in a sleepy Bavarian guest house. And 2 days later, 2 other cult members were found dead 400 miles north of there. All 5 have been part of the World Renewers, World Heritage Producers, who were thought to have been reborn multiple times, and that their death would transport them to a higher realm. Oh, good Lord. There's so much here.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give sex cults a bad name.
Let's see.
I thought they would have used Mike to knock him out.
Maybe.
I got some good shit. You don't have to use it. It's crazy poisons and nothing.
Well, here's the thing. Oh, now, I gotta be impressed by this. So, the guy is 35. There's a picture of the guy, okay? And he's the typical overweight 35-year-old with a bald head and glasses and what do you call it, goatee. 35 with a 19-year-old girl.
Okay.
Booyah! You had no reason to need to shoot yourself with crossbows. That didn't even make any sense.
I don't know.
You didn't even. And 3 of them are women, and you're the only dude. What were you thinking? You weren't thinking. You were thinking a wrong head. Senior prosecutor. Let's see. Residues were detected in the blood. This is not the interesting part. We discover. Like I said previously, they had previously been described as a domineering head. Who is this? One of them was described as a domineering head, the sex cult who treated the women like, oh, this is the guy. Treated the women like slaves, controlling them with physical force and psychological manipulation. Prosecutors confirmed today that he was believed to have had sexual contact with all 4 women. Okay, hold on a second. I'm looking at the pictures of these women. And all I can tell you is, if you crossbow, really, what were you thinking? Are you nuts?
Yeah.
Just
it's sad.
Let's see. The ringleader ran a medieval themed shop filled with weapons, Knights of Templar flags, and a blood-splattered mannequin on the counter.
Christ.
Horrific.
Others had to die. Others to die also had been isolated from their families and appeared to have been carried away by Weiss's charisma. At the time, he was living in the with Enders. Okay, I don't know who that is. I'm trying to skim through this thing because it's long. Legal owner of a medieval theme shop. Well, that explains a few things. Wow. Okay. No. Okay. The picture of the mannequin says 1,000 words. Okay. Somebody who looks like a cosplayer or a LARPer who went too far. Yeah, there's not nearly. Okay. They go into all the details, but they don't get into the good stuff. Like, oh my god, and look at some of the stuff they have here. Like medieval torture devices and all this stuff. This is like an S&M playground. More than a medieval shop. Uh-huh. Sure, it's a medieval shop.
Maybe he had the dummy because the 3 women weren't giving him any.
Oh, no, supposedly they were all giving him what you want.
Yeah.
That could drive you nuts, too.
Yeah, that's true. Well, like I said, I'm just looking at these things. See, the problem is they don't... Okay, here. German law... here's the best part. German law tightly restricts firearms, but archery equipment is freely available as sports equipment.
Here, take all the crossbows you want. Here.
Yeah, seriously. Good
at
to
the
know.
At the local Walmart.
Yeah, seriously.
Not the Target where Brittany's at.
Yeah, okay. Pass by that story. Okay, here. This goes with the theme of the show.
Okay.
You'll enjoy this one.
Let's close it up.
Well, I'm trying to, but there's a bunch here. This one's from Snopes, so you know it's true. Trooper finds parked driver playing Pokemon Go on 8 phones.
Jesus.
Washington State trooper pulled over to help what he thought was a disabled vehicle and found something else instead. This was in Berrien, Washington. A Washington State trooper who had pulled over to help what he thought was a disabled vehicle found something else. The driver had 8 phones simultaneously playing the video game Pokemon Go. The agents tweeted out these photos showing the foam blue square with the phones sitting in 8 rectangular cutouts. Yeah, there's a picture of this.
I put them all on this foam board so I could operate all 8 of my Pokemans at the same time.
In fairness, I give him credit for pulling over.
Yeah,
because there'd be people who would not pull over, but this is funny. Do not play Pokemon. Here's the problem. The problem is you're driving along and something pings, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh, maybe I can get something.
Oh, I almost lost this Charmander over here. Oh, I need to pull over.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
I've got a couple other things. Let's see. I feel like we might have done this story. Woman pulls gator from pants during stop. I think we did this story a while back.
We did.
We did.
But
okay.
that one had a follow-up that there were no charges. She just got something like a probation or something.
This is the same story about the woman who pulled it out of her yoga.
She is
definitely not Lululemons, that's for sure. Okay, we talked about the vultures. Oh, here, this will be amusing. So, this will be amusing. You guys will enjoy this. So the good news is Bugatti is making supercars, and they're making a limited order of 10. They're only 10. Only 10. They're only 9 million apiece.
That's all.
Any color you want.
Oh, plaid.
The EB. Seriously. The Bugatti EB10 supercar. Apparently they're going to build their prototype for the EB10 was built in. Apparently now they're going to do new ones, and there's only going to be 10, and
only 10.
Only 10.
Wow.
You can have whatever color you want. 10, you better be able to have one. 10, you better be like a Bissell rug shampoo or something too.
They take monthly installments?
I don't
stretch out over like 6,000 years?
Seriously.
Okay. It'd be good to drive to Target.
There's an impulse buy from Mike.
Yeah.
I want a Bugatti.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the underwear? No, we did not talk about the underwear. This is kind of the one that's out there. Half of Americans wear the same undies 2 days or more in a row. I know that's been out there and people have been talking about it. That there was a poll of 1,000 people, 45% admitted to wearing the undies 2 or more days. 13% said they had worn the same pair for more than a week.
No.
Yeah.
I've never gone more than 2 days. Only on rare occasions, but
yeah. I mean, like if you haven't gone to sleep, or you were driving.
Or there's days when you're sick.
Yeah.
And you just can't get out of bed.
See, to me, those are the days where if you're sick, you can just put on a pair of gym shorts. You don't really need to put on underwear, do you? You're not going anywhere.
I need underwear.
Even if you're wearing just
I can't go
shorts?
commando.
Oh. Well, see, this would be the part where this is why to me sometimes I sit there and go, I don't see what the problem is.
I'm sure Ivan would have interesting commentary on this matter.
I'm sure. This is why
the man who takes shirtless Instagram photos.
Oh, my God. Could you stop him of that, Scott? It's bad.
No. You know already there's no stopping Ivan from anything he wants to do.
That's right.
The longest I've gone is 3 days, but that's because I was living in the theater.
Right. Yeah, like, for example, back in the day when Ivan used to get stuck for a week, like where he was staying at VVX, I could see something like that.
You go to VVX, you go to the WEEF or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was stuck there, and he like practically had to pack like a bag for like a week or something like that.
Right.
That I could see.
Yeah.
But there's some rational reasons. It's just like, oh man, you that's I mean.
No.
All right, the Mormon Church has issued. I'm just going to kind of go through these. If you want more information, let me know. The Mormon Church has issued a warning: beware those fancy coffee drinks. I don't know why.
You can't drink coffee, but you can drink your relative.
Right. Well, yeah. There's that. Beware those fancy coffee drinks. The guidance of the August magazine. Let's see. I don't think we need to go into this. All right. So beware of fancy coffee drinks. Especially if you're stoned. Let's see. There was a woman that was rushed. Oh, there was a woman who was rushed to the hospital for the kidney stone. Except one problem, that wasn't a kidney stone. It was 3 triplets.
See, I don't get that. How can
I don't understand how that happens?
How do women
either.
know that they're not pregnant?
Or no?
All right.
Know that
now
they're
you're gonna make me
pregnant.
look this up, aren't you?
That's crazy.
Now you're gonna make me look this up. Okay.
I mean, you would think there would be so many signs. The stomach getting bigger.
Oh, here's your
miss
answer.
monthly. Yes.
Here's your answer. Sturgis, South Dakota. Do I have to say anything more?
What a tooth.
That's. I figured it was kidney stones. I went because I went through them before. I already had 2 children. No immediate plans for more until life changed in an instant. You don't see, let alone going 34 weeks without knowing. How did you not know? How did you not know? How do you miss all the signs? How did that happen? Did you have no signs? That's impossible. That's like right up there with virgin birth, to have no problems and no signs and no nothing. No cravings, no morning sickness, no moodiness, no nothing. You just
no weight gain.
No weight gain.
No swelling.
No swelling, right. I mean, what's the... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what... Yeah. All right, final story, and I figure we do this one because I thought you'd get a kick out of it.
Right.
It's kind of like sports, but it's not. Apparently, we had the Hellboy movie here over the summer. It has not debuted yet in Japan, apparently. And as part of the promotion for Hellboy going to be debuting in Japan for the movie next month, apparently... he will not only debut in that new movie, he will make his debut in an all Japan pro wrestling ring, teaming with Jake Lee and Koji Omowoto against. Well, you get the idea. So apparently, we're gonna see Hellboy. Somebody dressed up in a Hellboy costume as Hellboy. Wrestling.
Is this article on the Squares page?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
I want to look at this. I want to see what his costume is like.
And they actually have video of him doing moves and stuff, too, in it. Like, even like a top rope move and stuff like that. It's supposedly a one-time thing. It's just like a one-time promotion thing. This is not like back in the day when Gene Simmons and Kiss signed a deal with WCW and they had their Kiss character, like the Demon, which ironically was played by Dale Torborg, who is the son of Jeff Torborg, who used to be a Major League Baseball manager.
Okay, it's not just a guy in paint. It's like a padded suit with muscles and a big...
It looks like it, yeah.
It doesn't look too bad.
No, and I haven't looked to see what it looks like when he... Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can get this to work real fast when he uses his stuff or whatever he does.
There's a video here. I think it's from Twitter.
There are a couple. Wow, this is really slow-mo. Oh, This clothesline looks brutal. Oh, yeah, with the big giant like hand thing. That's brutal. Let's see, what's the top rope move look like? Again, you can see this at the Squares page.
Yeah, it's like you can tell from the muscles on his chest and arms. It's like a padded suit, but the face looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like the comic book.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, it's pretty ominous to see him jumping off the top rope like that. That's scary.
Yeah.
The only thing about that costume, what are those 2 sausage patties doing on his forehead?
That's
part of the character.
Yeah,
I know, that's it's horns, but they look like sausage.
Horns
Yeah.
Yes.
But they look like the costume looks like flattened Jimmy Dean sausage package.
I could wrestle Hellboy. He'd be a bitch.
Yeah, you know what? That'd be great. Hellboy versus stoned Mike Tyson.
I could take him on. I could kick his ass.
That would be great. At taco eating competition, just don't die.
And check your salad for frogs.
You know, here's the thing. Here's half the reason why I was curious about the tank. How much would you pay to watch Ivan, sitting out the top of the hatch of a tank driving around, Miami?
Oh, that would be so hilarious, that shitty grin.
Yeah, sitting there
yeah, man.
With a Mr. Microphone be like, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man.
I think I'm getting the sensibilities of this.
As far as everything else is concerned.
Yeah, and he'd be playing his music, and people would be like, shut up.
Yeah, he'd be spinning 45s on it. He'd use the top of the tank turret as a turntable.
Yeah. And anybody who didn't like his music, he'd just
aim the turret at it.
Forget the turret, he'd just drive right over him. He'd just drive right over him.
That'll do.
He started Facebook Live going, yeah, just doing my groovy thing, crush.
I don't know if he's doing it on Facebook because he can't play the music, but it would be funny on Instagram to watch him crush the playing some sort of and you know what the funny part is? It can't even be something with a good groove. It has to be some old thing that has no groove to it. That people are like, why are you playing this? This is depressing. Shut up! I rode over your car.
What do you mean there's no parking in Logan Square, crunch?
Well, that's the problem. The problem is you'd have to bring it to... Half the fun of it would be as if he was in Chicago with it. Could you imagine him on, the Kennedy or the Dan Ryan with that thing? Oh, yeah?
It'd be like Daly taking down Meg's Field.
That's right.
We need to make sure that
those bulldozers.
You know what the biggest thing we need to make sure of, Mike, if we did that, is we need to make sure he's wearing a shirt that says... You see, first of all, he can't be shirtless. He's got to be wearing a shirt that says Squares the Rain Cable Podcast, and it's got to have where to get the thing, and we got to have signage all over the tank.
So if Ivan had a Squares the Round Table T-shirt, he'd let everyone know that we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Podbean, we're on Anchor, we're on YouTube. Email us at sototpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know if you'd want Ivan to drive a tank down the Kennedy. We'd like to see that too.
Yeah. Well, Scott, it's been fun. Thanks for sitting in. We're gonna have to do this again sometime. It's nice to have Scott here.
Shout out to Ivan.
Ivan.
Thanks again. Have a great week, everybody.